Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. We're going to be going through the Kamen Rider collaboration. I believe this is the 6th collaboration. Brings back all the stuff from the old ones, or at least most of the stuff from the old ones. Plus add some new content. And we have a bingo board that gives a bunch of gems. So that's always the thing we're going to be covering. For clarity, I don't know a lot about Kamen Rider, so this video was a little bit of a challenge, but we got there in the end. Mission 1, very simple. You have to clear 3 Kamen Rider extra quests. So the extra quests are the ones you can see. I've listed it on the side of the screen on the right. Just go over there. You don't have to beat the hard ones. You can beat the easy ones. There are easier ones further down, but they have to be the Kamen Rider stages. You can't just beat any stage in the extra quests section. Doesn't matter which ones you choose, but I do recommend choosing ones you haven't done already. If you've cleared any before, because you get gems normally for clearing stages you haven't cleared before. So definitely worth doing. And yeah, I chose, I think one was like a little bit harder than the others, but the other 2 were fairly easy. So I thought I'd just show you 3, because I already had this mission cleared anyway, but I thought I'd just show you 3 that I did beat. Second one, very easy, very, very easy. You have to perform a multi-summon on the 3 Kamen Rider daily gacha. Now, this I was trying to show you. I'm clicking the info button. It's not working, but this has 3 characters on it. So don't get excited like you're gonna get a bunch of like really cool like gacha units. You're not. It's all like old free units, which is fine because I mean a lot of these you'll be farming and you'll want to be getting the copies of. So it's okay. And you can do that every day, so you get 10 of those every day. Pretty nice. This part is awful. It is the collaboration quiz. Now, unlike other collaboration quizzes we've had in the past, it is not just one quiz, it's 3. Technically, there's 2 other stages, but they're not counted for the bingo, so we're not going to talk about those today. So there are 3 quiz quests, one for the Showa era, one from the Heisei era, and one from the Reiwa era. If you don't know the eras, that's how it's broken down into eras in Japan. That's got nothing to do with Kamen Rider necessarily. But that's the way they break Kamen Rider down, because they have the shows that came out during the Showa era of Japan, they have the shows that came out during the Heisei era, and the shows that came out during what I believe is the current era, the Reiwa era. So basically Showa is like the much older, and Heisei is sort of like slightly more recent, and then Reiwa is like recent right now sort of thing. So they have a quiz for each of these, and each one has an extra pool of questions. I think the Showa era might not have extra questions, but definitely Heisei and Reiwa have extra questions. Some of the Japanese guys didn't even have all the questions. That's like how silly this is, because how do you even get all the questions to come up? Like, I get it because there's a lot of different Kamen Rider series, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But yeah, nightmare to translate all of this, but I did, and you can find all of the questions, hopefully all of the questions and answers in the description. Won't necessarily be that helpful to you without being able to see the questions on the screen, but at least 10 questions for each quiz are going to be on the screen, so that's fine. Now, you only need to clear one of these, not all 3. So you can clear Showa, and that's fine. Heisei, Reiwa, but you only need to clear one. You absolutely do not benefit from clearing all 3. And you only need to get 2 questions right from each. So I feel like anybody who watches this video will be able to you'll at least be able to match up 1 question, 2 questions I get with ones in your game, and you should be able to do it. Especially, I think, if you do the Showa era one, because like I said, I don't think it has extra questions. But that one should be very, very easy to just look at my answers and then hopefully work it out. I did try my best to make it as clear as possible, but it's more complicated because there's more questions, there's more stages than normal. This is not how we normally do it. So Hopefully you can sort of work it out, and maybe you learned a little bit about Kamen Rider along the way. I know I have. I have always kind of wanted to watch it, but I haven't, and I kind of don't know where to start. I know a lot. It's that that meme you see when people talk about comic books. Where do you start? It's like, I don't know, and then like with the manga, it's like chapter 1, bro. But I feel like Kamen Rider is a little bit like Doctor Who, in the sense that if I was recommending somebody to start Doctor Who, I wouldn't tell you to start episode 1. I wouldn't tell you to start on season 1. You would start later in the renewal, like when it was brought back. And I don't know if Kamen Rider is the same, or whether it is good enough that like you can go back and watch the originals. Same with Super Sentai. I never know where I should start, and maybe I should just go back and watch the originals and see how I get on. But we'll see. As for this event, I didn't really plan to summon on it anyway, so it's fine. I will do one multi at the end of the video for the Kamen Rider fans, but also because they just give us 1,000 for beating the bingo. That's the whole point of us doing this bingo video. You beat the bingo, you get 1,000 gems, and at the end of this video you'll see me do a multi, and you'll see what those 1,000 gems might be able to get you. But yes, in this video I am clearing all 3 stages, and I'm getting an S on all of them. I do not benefit from that in any way, other than just for the sake of the video. Just to be clear, you can only get, there's a free summon from this. It gives you a guaranteed Kamen Rider character, but it's almost certainly going to be a 4-star, but it's 4-star or 5-star. But the rates are higher for 4-star. You only get 1. So even if you beat all 3 stages, you still only get 1. So you just have to beat just 1 stage. And in order to clear the bingo, again, you just need to do 1 stage. You need to get 2 questions right on that stage. So I think for the free summon, you don't need to get any questions right. But for the bingo, you need to get 2 right. So hopefully you can do that. And I'll show my free summon after this. After I've shown me clearing the bingo as well. As for other stuff coming out on the channel, because I've got a little bit of time to talk about what is going by on the screen, I will be doing a video on the new Kinnikuman Gacha. I meant to do it on launch day or like shortly after launch day, but there were some server issues. They fixed those now. And I feel like I've played the game enough that I have a little bit more I want to talk about, and maybe I'll just do a first impressions video rather than just jumping in and doing a quick summons video or whatever. Because it's an interesting game. Certainly an interesting game. I can see why some people would immediately look at it and go, no, thank you. But the anime is coming out soon, and so I figured it's worth talking about. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is Kotodaman, and it is Kamen Rider. And we're coming up to the end of this. I didn't realize there are so many Kamen Rider series. I mean, I guess it's the same as like Super Sentai. Again, it's been going for so long. So anyway, we cleared the bingo board. Then you go to your missions, and in the missions you'll see I got that little peach thing. That's the free summon. And we're gonna do that. Guaranteed 4-star or 5-star. But obviously the rates are slightly in favor of 4-star. And this specifically is set for the 6th collaboration, because the 6th Kamen Rider collaboration. They had one for the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, but you can't get those anymore. As you can see, we got Sky Rider, who is the 4-star. And even though it says he has a speech bubble, it just makes the Kamen Rider noises. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, mission 4. We need to clear Kamen Rider Majade, the daily quest, 1 time. Now, there are loads of daily quests for this event, obviously, because there's been so many Kamen Rider events. In 6 collaborations, there's going to be a lot of events. And with these 6 collaborations, if you were trying to catch up, that would be nightmarish with how many stages you have to clear. And it kind of still is. If you're a Kamen Rider fan, oh boy. But if you do the daily stages, you get a decent chunk of of luck on each character as you do them. If you were to just do that every single day during this event, I think this event's a long one as well. I think it goes on for almost a month. So you have time. You certainly have time. I think you'd only need to clear the daily stages like 10, 15 times, maybe 20 times total. And then you would have all those characters maxed out. That isn't all of the collaboration characters, to be clear, but it's a good chunk of them. So it's kind of nice of them to do that. Not all of them were available on day one, which was annoying because one of them is required for a mission that we do later. But anyway, we beat the Majade daily quest. Now we have to beat the Majade superclass quest 3 times. Now, I do believe that it counts you clearing the daily stage as one of those clears. Because when I went to clear it, you might have seen it was going past very fast. When I went to clear it, it said I'd already done it once, and I was fairly certain I hadn't played the stage yet. So I think you will only need to clear it 2 times if you're doing this in order and you cleared the daily quest first. But I went and did it 3 times for the sake of posterity, and it was kind of pointless, I guess. But look, at the end of the day, I don't think you even really need to do the super quests other than clearing them once to get the gem rewards or whatever. Because the daily quests are where it's at. Any character that has a daily quest, just come by each day and clear it. Then mission 6, it wouldn't be a bingo board without making us do some random story stage that's got nothing to do with a collaboration. In this case, once again, we have to go through 5 stages that are just text boxes. And then you finally get to stage 6, which is the actual stage. It appears to be like character based on like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, maybe? Kind of looks like that. It could just be a rabbit. Just based on a real rabbit, I guess. I don't know. But that's what it looked like to me anyway. And that's mission 6. It's a relatively easy stage. Probably one of the easiest in this video. Mission 7, clear the Kamen Rider Tycoon daily quest 1 time. Again, I had already cleared this because Tycoon was available on a previous collaboration. But hey, I'll do it again for the video anyway. Get to show off some of my characters. Really love this red team. It's like my luck team. But of course, a lot of the time you do have to adapt to the debuffs. But this stage is not too hard. I didn't really have to do much in the way of adapting to get through it with these units. As you can see, pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Now, the one thing I'm not a big fan of with the Kamen Rider collabs is they don't fit into a lot of the teams I use, which is a shame. They're not bad units by any means, but they just don't necessarily fit in. So it's unfortunate, but it just sort of is what it is. But I can definitely make teams that do use them, and there's a couple of times in the video I did do that. But not in this case. I'm using a Bochin Rock team. And that is to be Mission 8, which is the Valvarad the Black Flame daily quest. Again, it's got to clear it 1 time. Now, there are a few stages that genuinely are very, very difficult. Luckily, the ones they ask you to do for this, I haven't found to be that hard. This one wasn't available on day 1, so I was thinking, oh, like it's coming day 2 because it's like one of the hardest stages. Nah, it's really not that bad. Although my Bochin Rock team is quite strong, to be fair. But yeah, that's done. And then on to mission 9. You have to trade in 10 bronze green medals. It needs to be the bronze ones. You can see I'm checking at the top here to make sure. Yes, it needs to be the bronze ones. You can spend them on anything. I recommend choosing one of the... Down here, you can see there are some characters here you can purchase using these medals. I'm choosing the Black Xade Rider. Now, these ones are typically harder stages, so they're letting you at least get 1 copy of the character by trading in the medals. And as for where you get those bronze medals, you will have earned some just by clearing the other bits of the bingo board, but generally speaking, clearing Kamen Rider quests, you will receive those medals. So, bingo board cleared. A little bit out of sync because I had to clear Mission 8 last, but nonetheless, Bingo board clear, we get 1,000. There is a part 2 to the bingo board, but no, I will not be participating. Thank you very much. We don't do the guides on those because the rewards typically are not worth making a guide on. So, as promised, 1,000 gems, and we're going to spend it on the latest banner. I think the one I wanted most was Kamen Rider build, but I couldn't work out how you get him. I couldn't find him. I'm pretty sure he has been in one of the collabs, but I don't know. So we just went on the latest banner, and as you can see, didn't do very well. we got Sky Rider again, which is the 4-star for this collab, and we got Sky Rider again. So not great, but it is what it is, and that's the video. We've completed the bingo board. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.